This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, guys, what is the use of thread? Why do we use a thread? Anyone?
Perform some task, multiple tasks simultaneously.
Yes. To perform a task in a program, task inside an application, not many applications. Do remember. Okay, we need to create a thread. So each task which you want independently run, you have to create as a thread, guys. How to we create thread? These are the steps we discussed. Okay, now create a class by extending thread class, which is a predefinedly given by Java people, and the class will become a thread. And the rule of the thread class is it must contains run method, because the thread scheduler will run the run method whenever you invoke the start method. Do remember, you always invoke the start method only. Day 15, day 16, day 16, no? Package day dot 16. Okay. Now let me show you one more way of creating thread, guys. One more way of creating thread. Thread demo 2. Okay. Thread demo 2, guys. First way we have seen how to create thread. The second way we'll also discuss. Right. First step, create a class by implementing runnable interface. See, now we are using interface, guys. Override the run method by your code. Uh, create object, create object, create object, uh, create object to the above class, to your own class. For create object to thread class, it's extra by passing your object to the parameterized constructor. 5. Invoke start method using thread class object. It is bit different. It's not so straightforward like before, guys. In the 15, I mean in the previous one, thread demo, if you look at it, it was straightforward. Create a class by extending a thread class, and override the run method in your class, create object for your class, and invoke the start method with your own object. It's very straight and forward. Class extend thread, override with run method, create object for your class, invoke the start method using your class. Here something is different. Let's start with the practice. Class my thread implements, guys, implements runnable, implements runnable. Let me override the method. It will force you to override the method. You see which method? Run method. See, run method you must override. Okay, right, guys, tell me first of all, if I say add unimplemented methods here, how many methods it is overriding? One method or multiple methods? Listen carefully. Now, if I say add unimplemented methods, how many methods it is overriding? One or many? Guys, how many methods by default Eclipse is overriding? Tell me. Only one method, right?
One.
That means how many methods are there in runnable interface? What do you think? One method or many methods? Only run method contains, no? If there are many methods in the interface, it will force you to override all the methods, no? Yes or no? Interface means
Yes,
what?
sir.
All abstract methods. Interface means what? All abstract methods. So if you implement an interface and you are overriding, it is only overriding one method, means it is conformly having one method, not multiple methods in runnable. If there are 2, 3, 4, 10 methods inside the runnable, of course it will override all those methods because all are abstracts now in interface. Guys, is that clear? So now runnable interface contains only run method. Do remember this point, okay? Now I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. System dot out dot println I, guys, I, okay, I. Now I got created a thread, guys. This is a thread using runnable interface. Now let me go and create object for it. Just a moment. My thread equals new my thread. But the problem is if I say my thread dot start, there is no start method. Look at it. Do you have start method? Guys, do you have start method? Do you have start method?
No.
You don't have start method. Dot start. No start method. So without start method, can you invoke the thread, guys? Give me a moment.
Yes.
Tell me. So with start, is that possible that can we create the object, guys? No, we can't create object. Dot start we don't have. That is the reason we don't have start. Why? I already told there is no start method, nothing. Only we have run method in the runnable interface. So your class also contains the same methods whichever you implemented, guys. For more clarity, let me go and show you Java P Java.lang. Runnable interface. Runnable interface. See how many methods are there? Run methods. Only one run method, na? Guys, how many methods are there in runnable interface? Only one method. But if you go and look into exception class, sorry, thread class, many methods are there, including start and all, right? Stop, start, many methods are there. So, okay, when you write the code by using the thread class, you will be having start method. But when you create the thread using implements runnable interface, you are not getting the start method because this contains only one method, that is the run method, guys. Now the question is how to invoke the run method using start, because I can't just say run method. No, this will not be thread. This won't create thread, you know already, correct? So I need exactly start method. I need exactly start method. What should so I take that help of thread class again to invoke thread t equals new thread. I'm creating object for the thread class, but I'm also passing my object here. I'm also passing my object. Guys, do remember, I create thread class object, but at the same time I'm passing my object, my thread object. Now tell me, in my thread class, how many methods are there? Only one method, that is run method. So when I pass my object to the thread class, now thread class object already contains a run method, and my run method, my thread run method is copied into T. Now tell me, after this object is created, it contains whose run method? My run method or its own run method? Guys, tell me. When creating object of the thread class, I am passing my object which contains already run method. So this run method of this object will be copied into T or not? Will that be copied or not? So now T contains which run method? My run method or its own run method?
Threads run method. Thread class run method.
Boss,
My
I
thread
am
class.
creating object. I am creating object for thread class. Okay, T. At that time, I am passing my object also. My object contains one run method. So when I pass my object which contains a run method, will that run method is copied or not into T? Because you are already copying now through constructor. So T contains my thread run method of T threads run method.
My thread.
Are you clear, everyone? When you are creating object for thread class object, boss. Okay, tell me, if I don't pass, T contains what? Does it contains a run method or not? Its own method. Thread class run method is there or not? Guys, can you hear me or not? Everyone, respond, guys. Everyone, respond. Do you hear me or not?
Yeah.
Boss, when you create object of thread class, this thread class object T contains which run method? Thread class run method or what?
Thread class run method.
Yes. But now I am passing my thread class object. So now tell me, this T contains thread class run method or my thread run method?
Replaces with my thread.
It's very simple. When you are creating and as well as you are passing argument. So of course this object follows this. So the run method which is there in the my thread class, it is having copied. So now if I say T dot start, if I say T dot start, because T contains start method also, because it's a part of thread class, not runnable interface. Now if I say T dot start, T invokes whose run method now?
My
My
thread.
thread run method, no, indirectly. Yes, that is what happening. Look at it. Check the output, guys. 3, 4, 5. Job is done. One thing you need to understand, when you are creating thread class using runnable interface, there's extra step you need to write, guys. Any question, anybody, you can ask me now.
So when we need to create a thread, we should have separate class for each thread, right?
Sorry.
When we need to create a thread, we need to keep a separate class for that each thread, right?
Mhm.
If we need to create 10 threads,
Yeah,
we
thread
need
is
to
what?
create
Thread is a
10 class,
class.
right? Okay. I mean,
10 classes. Each class is one task, no?
yeah. Then
Hmm.
every task we need to write
Each
inside
class
the
is
run
one
method,
task.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. See, it is running well.
Okay.
So thread is
Yeah.
created or not?
So can you explain the line number 23 again? Because when we pass in my thread
Hmm.
inside to the thread object, then what is the happening inside that?
See, now you created object for which class? This class, correct? So this class
Yes.
object contains how many methods? Tell me first. How
Run
many
method.
methods my thread class contains?
Just one method, run
This
method.
run method, right?
Yes.
What is the problem here? First of all, I want to run this method by creating thread. So general process is what? Object dot start now.
Yes.
But the thread we are creating in this situation by using runnable interface, so it has only one method, that is run method. It does not have start method. Do you have start method? If your parent doesn't have start method, does you have the start method? No.
No.
Correct. So
Yes.
you can't say my thread dot start, but without start method there is no way of creating thread that we saw yesterday. Okay, where is the start method? In the thread class we have start method, we hire it. So you create object for the thread class. Okay, but if you say t dot start now, what it will do? It will invoke its own run method. Correct? It will
Yes.
invoke its own run method. But our
Yes.
target is what? Our run method, right?
Yes.
So while creating thread class object, you pass my object. Now what happens? My object will sit upper T, means T contains now what? My run method. T's run method is copied with my run method. So now T hold my run method in place of its own method. Correct? Now if I say T dot start, it will invoke which run method? T dot run method. T dot run method means what? This run method.
Okay.
See, this is the output. So this only when you want runnable interface. Otherwise, straight away you can create object and you can call the start method with the direct that object only, because it contains a start method now. So you can
Yes.
invoke the start method and run method will be invoked. Yeah, in this case, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now the point is, it is looking like very complex, right? Comparatively the first one. So which process is better now? Is this process is better or this process of creating thread is better? There are two approaches of creating thread. Which one you feel better? Which one you feel better?
Extends thread.
Extend thread. Yeah, according to you it is better, but actual for the standards it is not better. Why? I'll tell you. See, let us take this. I have a class, some A. Tell me, if I want to inherit this class into thread class, can I do it? Straight away answer. Can I inherit this class here? Do you have any chance to inherit a class or not?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, we can
Why
extend
no?
only one class, right?
Yes. Multiple inheritance in Java with the classes is not possible, right? I told I will explain later with the interface. Do you remember? You asked me to explain real-time example, right? Yeah. Now I am showing what is multiple inheritance. Boss, Now there is another extra class. I want this to be inherited in my thread class. Is that possible? Not possible, because already extend thread is done. But my requirement is different. I want thread as well as A to be inherited. So in this approach it is not possible. But can I go for second approach? Yeah, I already created thread, but I have this A class. Can I now inherit? Yes. I can say extends A implements runnable bus. So this my thread class is became thread as well as it is inheriting A class. Success? Which one do you feel creating thread process better? First one or second one? Depends. If you want multiple inheritance along with thread, go with implements. If you don't want multiple inheritance, then go with the first approach. Yeah. Still, if anybody having any doubt, you can ask me now. Guys. If still anybody having any doubts, you can let me know. Shall I continue? Guys, shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now let me go for multiple threads. Thread demo 3. I'll create a thread, child 1 extends. This is the first way of creating thread. Public void run method for loop int I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 5, I plus plus. System.out.println. I'll copy this, paste it. So I created second thread which prints from 6 to 10. How many threads are there by default? 2 child threads, 1 parent thread. That is main thread, correct? Now let us create object and run both the threads. How to? Child 1 equals new child 1. Child 1 dot start. Child 2 equals new child 2. I'm also running child 2. Check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, did I created threads or not? Tell me first of all. Do we have multiple threads, different threads or not? Okay, let me check. The main method, in the run method, system.out.println thread dot parent thread. If you want to print only name, you can simply say get name also, no problem. Priority, these all things will not be. Now let me run in the other. Let me run in the main method. See how many threads separate or different or same threads are, guys. Tell me now. There are one thread running all the program or 3 different threads are running the program. What do you think?
3.
3 different threads, but according to my discussion discussion in the last session, what I said, one thread processor will spend some time with thread 1, then again switch to thread 2, then again come back to thread 1, then thread 2. I mean concurrent access should happen, right? I mean if you look at it 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8 like that, you should see the output. No, rather than that, why it is printing all and going to the second thread? Why concurrency is not happening, guys? Why there is no concurrency? Why there is no concurrency? Anyone respond?
Main
Is
thread.
sequential output coming? One thread is completely executing, then it is going to the second thread. Why?
Main thread run line by line. That's
Yeah. No, I told you, remember Pani Puri example. What the Pani Puri guy will do? He will serve to first person, second person. Again he will come back. Second item will give to the first person, and second item will give to the second person. Then third item will serve. Yes or no?
Yeah.
But why it is happening like only for one person it is serving all 5, then it is going to the second person and it is serving all 5? Why? Is it multi-threading? Yes, it is multi-threading because there are different threads you are able to see. So multi-threading is there. But if it is multi-threading, why it is going sequentially? Any answer from anyone? Okay,
Priority.
forget it. Forget it. Okay. Guys, assume 1 microsecond is given to the processor for thread 0. 1 microsecond is given to the processor for thread 1. Do you think 1 to 5 printing is very difficult for the processor in 1 microsecond?
No.
That means that the action is very small. That's what in the given time the first thread is being finished. Then it is second thread. If you give a big task to the processor, I mean delay, then you will see the effect of multi-threading now. Got it? In the given time, processor is successfully completing one thread, then it is switching to the other thread. Because, for example, microsecond means it is enough because 1 to 5 numbers now. So let me do one thing. After printing, I will just create one delay by using thread dot sleep method is there. 500 milliseconds. I will let it to sleep. There is a sleep method in thread class. Surround with a try catch. Guys, automatically exception handling is working. Do remember. Yeah. Now what will happen after printing? Okay, this thread will sleep for 500 milliseconds. When this is thread is sleeping, the second thread will take into action because it is not at all sleeping, no? Yes. Now you can. So once it is printed one number, again it will go to sleep, and the previous thread which was sleeping, it will wake up. It will print, again it will go to sleep. See here. Yeah. 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 10. Guys, look at it. This is the exactly multi-threading concept. Understood? First thread
Yeah.
is printed only one number, then go to sleep. Second thread is printed another number, go to sleep. First thread again printed, then go to sleep. Second thread printed, go to sleep. So one is taking gap, other one is entering. This is the effect of multi-threading, guys. Okay, now let me do it. Rather than start method, if I run directly run method, will it that be multi-threading or not single threading? Single threading. Even there is delay, you can't see that effect here. Even there is delay, you can't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because all are run by one method called one thread called main thread only. Sequential execution by one thread. If you are using one thread, sequential execution. If you are using multi-threads, random execution. Guys, I hope everybody should get clarity. This is the multi-threading concept. Any questions? Now you can raise.
So yesterday we discussed about set priority method, right? Then I have a question on that. Then if we have two threads to print 1 to million, then we have two methods for that. If we set priority to 10 for one thread, then it will finish first, right, sir?
It's very early. Yes. And the thread which contains priority one, it will go little bit late. That's it.
Okay.
You can you just try and see. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So multi-threading effect is clear to all, guys. Guys, multi-threading is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Everyone am asking.
Yes, sir.
Guys, everybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I understand? Everybody got clarity?
Yeah.
At the next point, if you understand, this is the multi-threading which is running one by one. I mean, first it is going, but in some cases, like I discussed yesterday, when are working on one particular object, multiple threads are working on one particular object, then some situations we need to control, like guys, you go to a doctor, there will be many patients. If everybody enter into the clinic directly, okay, so will that be very mess or not? Or one by one we should go? One by one, right? Everybody is moving to one doctor, then you have to follow the queue. Similarly, when your multiple threads are executing on one thread or looking for one thread, then we need to control the situation. That controlling is called as synchronization. What do you call? Synchronization. See, when you have two threads, what is happening? Okay, first this thread is running, then it is running, then again going back, and then it is running. But in some situation it won't work. In some situation it won't work. Even in multi-threading we need to control the situation. One example. Yeah. Example, I have one program. I have one program, server program, where read request, check availability, allot the ticket if available, print ticket. Fifth one is deduct count. Finally, say sorry if not available. This is my program. This is what reservation program. Let's take railway reservation program. And there are two passengers. First passenger, passenger one is looking for one ticket, guys. Is looking for one ticket. Passenger two also looking for one ticket. And unfortunately, server has one ticket. Assume. Now tell me, both threads, both is nothing but both threads at a time they are making a request to the same program, same object. Guys, if it is multi-threading effect, how will that be like? First, it will read the request from the first person, check availability. Yes, he is looking for one ticket. I have one ticket, so it is okay. Then allot the ticket. Yes, then print the ticket. According to this program, assume. While printing, does the system is working or printer is working, guys? While printing, who is working? Printer or system? Printer, right? Hello? Hello?
Both are
Yes.
working, right?
Yes. Printer is working. Printer is working. Means processor is idle. System is idle. When system is idle, we know that before program, immediately second thread will be taken by the system. Yes or no? This thread request will be taken now because both threads are in queue now. So again it will be, see, is it deducted the count or not yet? Not yet, because the current passenger's ticket is printing. After printing only deduct count will happen according to my program. So processor is waiting in idle state. It will take the second person's request and read the request, check the availability, allot the ticket. Yes, because still availability is 1, it is not yet all deducted. Now the second person ticket also being printed. At the time first person ticket is printed and he will go and deduct. Will that work, guys? No, it won't work. Useless. There is no chance of saying sorry because both the persons got one particular ticket. It's a big damage. You understand normally? I think Mihir, yesterday you asked me now. Now you understand? Is it mandatory to go with multi-threading as well as controlling? Do you agree? Either Kaush or Mihir, somebody asked me now. Kaush, right? Do you understand, Kaush?
Sir.
Yeah. So now this will allot the ticket for two people. I'll show you the program. There is a program which does not have a control. Let me run this program. The program without control look like this. See, it will say that available berths 1 for first person. Allot the ticket. Again for the second person, it will give the same message. Available berths 1 because it's not at all deducted now. And the process of the first person is not yet completed. So the same berth will be allotted to the second person, guys. Is it a big damage? Yes. How to control? Very simple. Add synchronized keyword. Add synchronized keyword. Okay, now where you add the synchronized keyword? Run method. When you add synchronized keyword, what happens? When first thread enters into run method, it does not allow other thread to come in until it's finished its job. Let's check. See, available, yes. First person, yes. But when second person comes, it's saying berths 0, say sorry. Why? because this is a perfect program. So what do you think in this reservation kind of programs where multiple people are working, do you need synchronized methods or not, guys? What do you mean by synchronized? You can read here. Kaush, what is synchronization? Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Synchronize means it does not allow multiple threads at a time into the method where the synchronized keyword is added. It allows only one thread at a time. First thread finished, then second thread. Is that clear? So if you add synchronized to the method, do remember guys, when you find synchronized keyword to the method, that method is thread safe method. If it is not having the synchronized keyword, thread unsafe method. Thread safe means what? If multiple threads are working, it will allow at a time one thread only. Even there is multi-threading concept. Any people can make a request, no problem. See, the result ticket is an object, and the first thread is making a request to the same object. Second thread is also making a request to the same object, and both are starting at a time. Even though it is controlling here, it's not stopping you. It's as a user, you no need to worry. You can start any number of threads, guys. You can get relaxed. And here it will control the situation based on synchronization. Guys, is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So then
what
why we I mean I have a little question. I mean I need to clarify
yes,
that one. If we use multi-thread, then it's like I mean this if we use the synchronous keyword, then it's same as it's not work like multi-thread, right? I mean one task, I mean one thread fully completed, then it allow next thread like that, right? One by one.
yes, yes. Where whole program or part of program?
No, I
In
mean
the program or in whole program?
yeah, the main
No, where
program
are you controlling? Yeah, no.
controlling.
Where are you controlling as a user? As a user, are you starting both at a time, or you are waiting for first task to complete, then you are starting second one? You understand my point?
Sir, I didn't
Okay.
hear
Now
you
you are
properly.
reserving ticket, boss.
Okay.
Wait. No. You just open the site IRCTC, which is a railway reservation. Okay.
Okay.
IRCT is multi-threaded program or single-threaded program? Tell me.
Yeah, multi-threaded.
Hello.
Hello.
Multi-threaded program or single-threaded program?
Our program, right? Our program is multi-threaded.
Yes. Multi-threaded, correct?
Yes.
Not our program. It's IRCT. Okay.
Oh
Let's
yes.
take this one. What do you call Flipkart, Amazon? Are they multi-threaded or single-threaded?
Multi-threaded.
Flipkart, Amazon, any site, they are single-threaded or multi-threaded.
Multi-threaded.
How can you say they are multi-threaded?
Because at a time they have thousand of requests together, then they need to check the product availability before serving
Okay.
several people.
Okay. Then what if it is single-threaded program rather than multi-threaded? What is the problem you are going to face?
Yeah, we can reserve one if we available one product, then we can reserve so many people to that. I mean, so many people to that product.
Sorry?
If we
No,
have
as a
one,
user perspective,
okay.
as a user perspective, what is the problem you are going to face if it is a single threaded program? Amazon or Flipkart.
Then we have to wait until the other customer finish his task.
So what is your problem? Then what is the problem? Tell me, what is the problem?
It's wasting time or something.
Wasting your time, right?
Yes.
Because you have to wait until somebody close. You have to each and every time you have to try. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Do you think it is better, or you
No.
think it is better that you run, you make a request and wait, or you go anywhere, you do other work? If it is what do you call, if somebody has done their job, you can purchase your item and come back. If allow multiple threads at a time, okay, then it will simply invoke your method as well. It is not asking you to wait for others. No, is it
Yeah.
better or not?
Yeah,
So
that's
that is
better.
what multi-threading. That's better because that's a multi-threading. Correct.
Okay.
You can dial the number. Correct.
Yes.
For example, let me take another example. Now you are dialing my number. I am already busy. Okay.
Okay.
I am already busy. So you will disconnect and again you will try. Still I will be busy. You will disconnect again. You will try. Still I am busy. Okay, now.
Yes.
But now what is happening nowadays? If you dial, I can see your number. Right. So
Yeah.
multiple threads are working here. I can simply disconnect others call and I can receive your call. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If it is important or something.
Yeah,
So
that's
now tell me
important.
which is better. Which is better? If it allow 2-3 calls at a time and
Yeah,
let it
that's
wait
better.
for the receive is better, or you wait and keep on dialing is better? What do you think? So if you keep on dialing,
Receiving.
that is single thread. If
Yes.
you keep on dialing and other person will not know whether you are calling or not, that is single thread. Until he finishes call and you catch up him, that is single. But multi-threading means what? While he is talking, still it will allow your call. That is better practice now, because other
Yes.
person know who is calling. If it is priority, high priority call, he can disconnect other call and he can receive. No.
Yes, sir.
So what you are asking me is, he will receive one by one call only, but other person will receive at a time one call, all calls at a time. Tell me.
All
A
call
person
at a
can
time.
at a time one call. Then what is the need of multitasking here? Why multitasking is happening? What is the use? As a user, you feel it is useful or useless, sir?
Useful.
Why it is useful?
Because I no need to keep
Redial again
dialing.
and again.
Yeah.
Keep dialing. You understand?
Yes.
Similarly, you make a request and based on the situation, the request will be responded by the server. If your request doesn't go, how do you know it is finished by other person or not? You don't know, no? Got the point?
Yes, sir, I got the point. Then, if we doing it synchronous, that's why I understand the whole process. Then, I mean, if we do the synchronous call, then uh, while you are on the call, then I am calling. Then the multi-thread task is working. If you
It will
do the
not allow other call. No. It does not allow other call directly to interact.
yes,
It will not
that is
disturbing this current call. No, it's not disturbing other call. The other person and you are keep calling. But if you decide you want to talk to this fresh guy, you will then switch to other call, but directly it's you taking decision.
Hmm.
Boss, do you understand or not?
Yeah, that point we apply the synchronous, right?
See,
At that point.
directly, see, synchronous, it is not allowing to disrupt your call, right? It's just
Yes.
waiting there only.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like to receive the present call, it will finish now. It wait for some time to finish. Got it? Now you
Yes, sir.
know I
Then
am calling Pasha. I am calling Pasha. Pasha is busy, but I will still wait because he will see my call and he will receive. Or else, if he finish the call, it automatically he will receive my call.
okay, sir.
Otherwise, if I can disconnect and I will call again, he will finish his call and he may receive another call from other person also. Then I will again wait now.
Yes, sir.
These are all the
That mean
problems. So I don't want. Yeah.
yes, sir. Yeah, that mean we no need to synchronize the thread to connecting to the each one's phone, but we need to keep synchronous keyword to answering task, right, sir?
Yes. Yes. That's it. That's it.
Okay, then we
See,
need to
here
specify
it
the
is stopping.
particular. Okay, now
This
I
is
got
the gate,
clarity.
boss. This is the gate. Yeah. This is the gate closed.
Okay,
One entered, other is closed. Got it?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Before
Yeah,
synchronization, what happened? First thread also can come inside, second thread also can come inside everyone. So it will damage your situation.
okay,
Okay. Right.
yes, sir. It's like this, right, sir?
So
Then
for
if we
as a
go to
as a
if we go to the meet the
Mhm.
doctor's place, then there is a we can every people can enter into the doctor's
Hospital,
hospital. Then,
hospital.
but only one person allowed to
Don't
enter
enter
into the doctor's room, right, sir?
door. Doctor's room. Yes.
Okay.
Got the point.
Then we
Now,
need to
what you
synchronize
are
that
asking?
task, right?
No. What you are asking? If one by one has to enter the doctor's room, why should I early go to the hospital? Why should I not go from my home only? You are asking that question. Understand my point? Why should
Yeah,
I
but
go and wait there when one by one is person is going? Then why should I go from home? Why should I wait outside the hospital? That's what you are asking. No, you have to enter because if you enter only, you will be in a queue. Okay, of course, you are not directly entering doctor's room, but you are in a queue early. You may be received one by one there. You understand my point?
yes, sir. Now I can understand. Then
Yes.
we
In
need to
hospital, they allow many people. They won't
okay,
allow one by one in hospital. But at the door of the doctor door, you are waiting.
okay.
But that is what synchronization.
Okay, then we need to synchronize only that task, right, sir? I mean,
Yes, that particular task. That's all.
entering. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Wherever you feel it is important, stop it because this is the main logic, not testing logic and all.
Okay,
So I want you everyone, I will share this project today to all. So I want this ThreadSafe program you go through and come and explain me what exactly I did here. I want you to explain tomorrow. I'm sharing this project. How I'm sharing? Did I share before, guys? Export, archive, basic 3. Did I share this? I think I already shared and you imported and you worked now. What you will do, the zip file you download and extract the zip file, then go to your Eclipse, say import. Do remember import and don't go for zip. You extract the zip file after downloading. Existing workspace, browse, select the folder which you extracted. That's it. The project will be in your Eclipse. Now you read that project and completely explain. Okay, right, guys. Tomorrow we'll start collection framework, guys. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.